Hello and welcome back to Alex Goes Sailing. Would you look at this? The sun is blinding me. We got solar out again, pulling about 8 amps in at the minute. That's not too bad. That's about average anyway. Tide is on its way out, so no good for going that way, which is the way we want to go because the tide will be going that way. So I'm going to finish up breakfast, which is bacon, eggs and beans, so that should be quite nice. I'm going to go off down there up past Tall Point and see how far we get up and just have a bit of an explore around here, and then we'll head round back into that bay and find somewhere to anchor for the night. We've got a few different options, so we'll just see which one's best really. Right, I've just cleaned up the boat a bit after breakfast. I think I'm going to pump up the dinghy a touch more, as it's got a little soft on the floor. Then I'm going to head in, I'm going to go for a swim, and then we'll get on with the day. But I'm going to get this pump out. Now, let me show you this pump. Right, anyone with a dinghy, I highly recommend this pump because it pumps it up in about 2 seconds flat. Yes, it will suck the juice out of your battery for a very short amount of time, but it does the work very well. I think in maybe like 25 amp draw or something. I hooked it up to my old lead batteries, and they did not like that very much. So with the lithium now, I can just use all of the power. All of the power. This little, what is it, a Job 12 volt turbo pump. Looks like that. Quite common, not a bad price. Long leads, just directly to the battery for maximum power, and pumps that thing up in about, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, hardly anything at all, and it beats the manual pump anyway. Right, back on board now, and I'm just gonna have some lunch before we head out sailing because it's 1 o'clock and dead low's at 2:30. So if we head up, see how far we can get, probably quite a ways because it's a very deep channel, pretty much all the way up, and then we'll turn back and sail on up the coast and see where we go. I'll try and explore the little creeks on the way if I get a chance to, but yeah, get the butter out. We've got ham and cheese today, living it up, and then maybe an apple later. We'll see. We'll see. Right, just left off the anchorage. We've got the outboard in idle, just in case. The wind's a bit fluky behind the hills over here. But we're just going to head sail because we're going to go basically downwind down the channel, and then when I'm coming back up the channel, I'll probably throw the mainsail up, as we'll then be heading right out there to the other side and finding a nice spot to anchor, really. Right, I've just done a lap of Plymouth. Well, went up the channel up to just past Tor Point, up to the bridges, and then sailed it all the way back up and across, well, between Drake's Island and land, which was quite fun. The tide started coming against me, but we're back out here now, and now the current's going with me, so we're all good now. And yeah, we're ripping along doing a little over 4 knots. It's a bit gusty here and there just because the land is in the way. But we have got to go around that mark out there because there's rocks over there, and then that big lump of rock we've got to go between. Oh, we're rounding up. Let that off a touch. Put it back on. There you go. Loads of wind. 4.5. Gonna get up to 5 knots, I reckon. But yeah, that big pointy island over there that we went past the other day, we're going to go between that and land. There's a very narrow little cut you can go through, and the tide is maybe midway up, so it's a good time to do it. And I think there'd be depth there anyway, even if it was the lowest low, but it's very narrow, so we're going to make sure our GPS is turned on.
I imagine you say
just coming into the Yelm. So that's Season Point up there, and well, the anchorage is just in there. There's a bit of a bar that goes right across. The entrance is tied off to the side, but the tide's high enough we can get over it, so that's plenty fine. Just gonna drop anchor, and I think it's spaghetti bolognese tonight, so it's one of my favourites, and no doubt I'll make a lot of that and I'll get very full from it. But yeah, lovely. Look at this sunset. It's gonna be epic. Setting between the land over there and the rock, so that'd be pretty cool. I'll do a time lapse probably. Right, on today's menu we have spaghetti bolognese. I don't know if it's cooking, I'm just heating up the water. We just melted some stuff there to get some chopped onions, nice and vague. Normally I get like a chef's mix to put in, but they didn't have any, so we got onions. I got some carrot sticks as well, so I'm going to cut up some of them, throw it in as well. The beef, and then the sauce and the pasta. Nice and simple, not many ingredients. Boil the water, cook the bolognese, and then a nice view to cook with. Cook outside this time around, shouldn't be too bad. Right, just finished my bolognese, well, a little while ago. The moon's out, sun's gone, absolutely bliss. It's also very smooth and flat in here because the wind's going that way, so it's gonna be a good night's sleep, I think. Then tomorrow we're gonna head out and get back to Salcombe, hopefully, so that'd be nice. So that's it for this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.
You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.